I, Dr. Jayasankar Kesri, Associate Professor, Department of Electronic and Communication Engineering. I give a warm welcome to our chief guest and speaker of the day, Dr. Puneet Kumar Dirvedi sir, who is a Group Director of Modern Group of Institution, our Director Engineering, Dr. Gaurav Sinha sir, IIC President, Dr. Sanjay Pachauri sir, and all our viewers. Before proceeding further, I'd like to give brief introduction of our chief guest of today's session, Dr. Puneet Kumar Dirvedi sir. Dr. Puneet Kumar Dirvedi sir is currently Group Director of Modern Group of Institution, Indore. He is the incubation and startup expert. He is visiting faculty at IIM Indore for incubation and sponsorship. He is a former Chief Executive Officer at Atal Incubation Center, Inspire Foundation, supported by AIM, Niti Aayog, Government of India. He is National Jury Member of Atal New India Challenge by Niti Aayog, Government of India. He was also President at Institute Innovation Council by MHRD Innovation Cell, an initiative by MHRD, Government of India. He was the coordinator of Entrepreneurship Cell, Agaz. He is a PhD guide to number of reputed universities in India and abroad. He was also an expert committee member of World Center for Academic Excellence and Research. He is associate editor of number of reputed journals like Asia Pacific Journal of Management Entrepreneurship Research, APJ-MER, IJFM, IJMBC, and number of SCI Index Journal, reputed journal, to his credit. He has number of national and international publications in referred journal and books having ISSN number and ISBN number. Dr. Dirvedi has also invited to chair different technical sessions specialized with entrepreneurship, finance, agri, marketing, and corporate governance in various international and national conferences. In the year 2014, he has coordinated and created largest backward walk Guinness World Record 2014 under the flagship of Agaz Entrepreneurship Cell, PIMR, with the theme Innovation for India and Golden Book of World Records for most of the people wearing helmet or social safety cause. He is the brand ambassador academic of Indore Smart City Project and Swachh Indore Mission of Indore Municipal Corporation. Dr. Dirvedi has been awarded twice by the Honorable Governor of UP for his innovation approaches in the field of entrepreneurship and skill development. Dr. Dirvedi is awarded by Honorable Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh for Swachh Indore initiative as brand ambassador of Swachh Indore. Now, I'd further like to request Dr. Sanjay Pachauri sir, who is IIC President and Head R&D, to further proceed the session and request our honorable guest and his honorable guest speaker, Dr. Puneet Kumar Dirvedi sir, to share his expertise on topic Accelerators, incubation opportunity for students and faculties, early stage entrepreneurship. Thank you, sir. Now I hand over the mic to Dr. Pachauri sir.
Thank you, Dr. Jayasankar Kesri. Now I would like to request our chief speaker, Dr. Puneet Dirvedi, before going through the session. A lot of thanks to Dr. Dirvedi, who spared their valuable time from the busiest schedule as he has to take care of the entire group and he is a group director even. So it's very well known that he is having a very busy schedule. I would like to welcome Dr. Dirvedi for sparing your time and having so many feathers in your crown, and all of these things will be taken care by you, and you are also taking care of all of these things. My hats off, Dr. Dirvedi. Now I would like to request Dr. Dirvedi to share his experience and his view on the today's session on accelerator incubation opportunities for students and faculties, that is early stage incubation. Hand it over to Dr. Dirvedi, please.
Thank you so much, Dr. Pachauri ji and Dr. Jayasankar ji, IMT Group of Colleges, the management of IMT Group of Colleges, the Institute Innovation Council of IIMT Engineering College, all the faculty members and dear students, innovators who are joining this webinar which is very relevant for early stage entrepreneurs. Before starting my session, I would love to play one video, which is very important actually, and we have to observe things in the video, and then you can correlate things in the session, and it is like linkage with the video and entrepreneurship. You can have your own perception, you may have your own perception, your own insights out of that video, but it is totally dedicated to entrepreneurship, and for the orientation purpose it is actually needed. So please allow me to share the screen. Thank you.
Okay. You are already having the rights to share your screen, Doctor.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Are you able to see the screen?
Yeah, it's there.
Yeah. So please have a look on the video, and then we'll discuss the topic after the video. Please. Thank you.
Sure, sure. Sir, voice is not shared, I think.
It will come. I think voice is coming.
Yes, sir, it is coming.
सर आपके लिए उस पार कार का इंतजाम किया है। सर आइए सर। चल चल।
Doctor, sound is not there in this part of the video.
Yeah. So you might have seen the video, and the crux of the video is very, 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 very relevant to the entrepreneurship when we are talking about the entrepreneurship and startup ecosystem in the country. So it is very relevant video, and I feel personally it is very encouraging video for the early stage entrepreneurs, because we have seen what I personally observed, that the initiative taken by a small kid. Initiatives are always small. Initiatives are always small. जो भी इनिशिएटिव होता है बहुत ही छोटा होता है शुरू में. इवन वी हैव सीन गोमुख जहां से गंगा निकली है वो भी बहुत छोटा स्थान है, बट गंगा का विस्तार हमको पता है. सेम थिंग इन एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप आल्सो. Who is taking initiative, that is more important. And entrepreneurship is totally, it is not it is totally opportunity driven. It is not resource constant. Like, we cannot say that I was also planning to become entrepreneur, but I was not having sufficient resources, and due to lack of sufficient resources, I was not able to become the entrepreneur. This is a very vague statement, very wrong statement. It is not true. It is not truth. What is truth? Entrepreneurship is opportunity driven. Who has taken the opportunity? Who has taken the initiative? In this clip, we have seen a very small kid, school going kid. He has taken the initiative. Though it is very tough task, he was much aware. He is very much confident that he is not able to solve that problem. It doesn't mean he should not initiate. And what we have the problem of initiation. If once we have initiated, then people generally join. Same thing we are finding in our startup ecosystem in the country. Startups are looking for funds. At the early stage itself, they are looking for the funds. But when you are able to create value in your product or in your services or in your startup, automatically fund will come and people will join hands with you. But before that, you have to prove yourself that yes, the idea is a wonderful idea. It is workable idea. It can be commercialized. It can be a very great idea for the country, for the welfare of society. So that thing is very, very important. In this video, we have seen people, there are many people with different capabilities, with different capacity, different type of power. We have seen the minister, we have seen the administration, we have seen general public, we have seen people with great muscles. We have seen hardworking people, but the initiative is taken by the kid. He is not neither a politician nor an administrator nor a person with very strong muscle, but he has taken the initiative. So my dear students, my dear faculties, who is taking initiative is more important. And once you have taken the initiative, if you are ready to bear the risk, you are ready to bear the calculated risk. Here the kid has taken calculated risk. You are taking the risk, but you have to take calculated risk. And how he has taken very calculated risk, because he has seen there are many people are here around. If I am starting, they may get motivated and they can join me to solve this trouble, to solve this problem. So there was a possibility of people, or there were people around the kid or the particular object or the particular problem. The thing is, who is going to motivate them? And the kid has motivated very successfully. And we have seen the story how earlier one small kid has taken the initiative, then other small kids, they have joined hands with him to solve the problem. Many small initiatives, many initiatives. And then people to push up, or you can say to accelerate, to kickstart, they have joined. So this is all over, the scenario of entrepreneurship. Who is taking the initiative and who is going to play a vital role in, contributions to accelerate the idea to next level. Now directly I will, come to my presentation part. So I am sharing the screen for the presentation. I hope you are able to see the presentation. Screen is seen?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We can see your presentation, sir.
Perfect. So, accelerators, incubation opportunities for students and faculties at early stage entrepreneur. I will start the talk from, it's a very important day for me. Today, one of my startup, EV Urja, they are actually working in electric vehicle. And yesterday night, he messaged me, sir, it is long, 3 years already gone. and he has started his venture doing great in the field of entrepreneurship and startups. He has successfully started his venture called EV Urja. It is dedicated to electric vehicle charging solution. And he messaged me a certain night that, sir, it is third year and we want to celebrate. And so that I'm requesting you to kindly join us in this great celebration, which we have started 3 years back, with your support. So being a teacher, being a mentor, it is a proud privilege for me when startups are growing in the country and when they are contributing a lot. So here in this presentation, we will see the overall scenario of entrepreneurship in the country and how institutions can play a very vital role, because when we are talking about students and faculty, generally we get students and faculty at the institution, and IIMT group is very, well known and very self-sufficient, well-rich group where they can support a lot the innovation and entrepreneurship among the students and faculties. So this is very innovative thing that we are going to discuss. So let's come to the scenario. My dear friends, the encouraging side, the data is quite old, of 2018, maybe of 17. With around 10,000 startups currently, country is among the top 5 in the world and growing with yearly addition about 800. It is NOSCOM report of 2019. Now we are more than 10,000. It is coming around. It may be, you can say, around 40-50,000. And every year we are increasing 800 to 1,000 or 1,200 startups. This is an NOSCOM report. That means there is a great opportunity in the field of entrepreneurship, and people are loving this particular area and they are shifting their mind from job to being entrepreneurs or to becoming entrepreneurs. This is a very encouraging side. Even for the students, generally when we are entering into any college or when we are joining any course in any college, we are having that mindset that after completion of this engineering course, I want to get great job, very lucrative job, somewhere in the country or abroad where I can get my salary every month and I can be happy with my family, I can enjoy a lot. But now there is scope in the field of entrepreneurship also. If you want to become your own boss, entrepreneurship is the thing. Entrepreneurship is the area where you can try your hands. 43% startups are tech driven, because I'm talking to the IIMT group of colleges and specifically with the engineering students and faculties. There's this great scope. 43% startups are tech driven. Some of my startups, I know they are working in the field of agripreneurship. They are into agri, artificial intelligence, and they are using robotics for surveying the fields, for understanding the health of the plant, seed. They are using the robots. They are using the robotics for seedling and all these. So there is a huge scope in the field of mechanicals also, and 43% is a great number. It means you all are from the field of technology, so there is a huge scope in the field of tech also. You can try hands in agri, like I have given the example, you can try your hands in the field of agripreneurship for supporting like mechanical, like robotics and all these. You can help through your innovation. You can also try your hands in the field of smart homes. Now smart city initiative is going great. Government is very much focused on the smart city initiatives and smart home initiatives. With the help of robotics, artificial intelligence, Hadoop, you can do great. And most encouraging thing is average age of startup founder is 28 years. That means the youth. And they have given the areas like NCR is also there. Besides Bengaluru, Mumbai, NCR, Chennai, Pune, Hyderabad, Ahmedabad, Jaipur, Nagaur, Indore also. They are the hubs for the entrepreneurship. They are the Silicon Valley of India. where startups are nurturing, they are growing, they are performing better, they are trying hands in different areas. And with India Tech Startup Funding Report 2017 says 13.5 billion on almost 885 deals has happened. 1,078 investors have been contributed for the funding to the startups. So this is very huge number. Great, very encouraging side for the entrepreneurship lovers, those who want to try their hands in the field of entrepreneurship. We have seen rise of fintech, financial related in the share market trading and all these. There are many instruments in mutual funds and fintech products. EduTech, we have experienced in this pandemic time that many EduTech products have been launched. Like we are currently joined this Zoom. Likewise, there are many other tech products who are doing great in the field of knowledge sharing. And even in academics, to EduTech and healthcare, again in the pandemic time, we have seen many healthcare startups who are doing great and contributing a lot in the field of entrepreneurship in Indian ecosystem. So this is the encouraging side. That means there is huge scope in the field of entrepreneurship. Now, what the gray side? When we are discussing something on encouraging side, gray sides also we must see, and we must understand how we can contribute a lot and how we can encourage people to solve the problems. India ranked 77, very discouraging thing. 77 out of 199 countries. Not good, not feeling happy moment. In 190 economy, we are standing at a 77th position. And it is World Bank report of doing business, 2018 report, ease of doing business. That means there is this is okay, but we are standing at 77th position is not sounding well. And what are the regions? The global competitive report says India ranked 40th position out of 139 economies. Again, we are far behind. Then Global Entrepreneurship Index measures entrepreneurship ecosystem in each of 137 countries. India ranked 68th position. It is JD report, GEDI report. Another dark side, or you can see the gray side, it takes in India, it takes 29.5 days, almost 30 days, almost 1 month, and 12 procedures to initiate a business. It's very time consuming. I think this is the reason, or maybe because of this, people who want to be entrepreneurs, or who want to do something, who want to contribute in the field of entrepreneurship, or who are trying their hand, who are wishing to try their hands in the field of entrepreneurship or startup, they get discouraged that it takes much time. 29.5 days, almost 30 days, and 12 procedures is too lengthy procedure. But as compared to India, when we are talking about New Zealand, it is almost half. New Zealand number of is virtually half. Starting business rank, India is 156. And it is because of the mindset. It is because of the bad education policy we earlier used to have. Lad my college policy we were following since long. We were not able to create much innovators. We were only able to create many number of clerks. That was the problem. But in the new education policy has very clearly stated there will be single window system, skill development is promoted, entrepreneurship is promoted, startups are promoted, government has taken many initiatives, different funding schemes are there for the promotion of entrepreneurship and innovation in the field of, in this Indian startup ecosystem. Niti Aayog is doing great through Atal Innovation Mission. They are providing Atal Incubation Centers to these institutions. They are providing funding support. Nidhi, DST is providing, Directorate of Science and Technology is providing incubation support, funding support. Smart City Initiative, Swachhata Initiative, there are many even private incubators, they are playing a very vital role in the field of entrepreneurship and innovation nowadays. So the scenario is now going great, but earlier it was pathetic. And the problem was, why we were facing this problem? Because lack of proficient institutions in the field of startups and entrepreneurship. We were having entrepreneurship as a subject. In some institutions, it was optional also. In BCom, it is optional. In engineering, it is optional. One subject, entrepreneurship development, as an optional subject. So we have taken entrepreneurship as an option. It was not compulsion. That was the reason the scenario of entrepreneurship was not flourishing great, in India. No uniform curriculum structure for entrepreneurship education. That is also a very huge gap. When we are, discussing, or when we are, talking about this entrepreneurial ecosystem in the country, we should have our own education policy dedicated to entrepreneurship. We should have our own entrepreneurship university. Now government is thinking of that, and they are planning to do something. This was the gray area. There was a great encouragement side, but there was also gray sides in the ecosystem. Now coming to readiness, entrepreneurship readiness in India, because here we are talking with the students and the faculties. I will come to the point where how in the campus, with the help of faculties and students, we can do great things, and we can, how we can sensitize the campus, how we can orient people for the entrepreneurship and startup. That we'll see later on. So, but the readiness of India, you see, almost India has 356 million youth population, and we have seen average age of entrepreneur is 28 years. The great possibility, India is ready to accept entrepreneurship ecosystem, to accept entrepreneurial, ability, to accept entrepreneurial culture, or to adopt entrepreneurial culture. The tele density we have seen reaches 1204.98 million subscribers in 2017. Now there is no problem of connectivity. We have great, supporting systems, or you can say the infrastructure facilities or infrastructure development has been done properly by the government. Since last 1 decade, I think almost, and internet facility is going great, 38% from the same age group. There are many angel investors, there are many venture funding companies, people, private equities, banks, financial institutions, incubators, and schemes like Mudra. I told you already, Atal Innovation Missions, ACIC, AIC, Nidhis, DST, ITBI, TBI, technology-based incubators. There are many smart city incubators, there are many initiatives available, funding initiatives are there, funding schemes are there. About 140 business incubators, now it is more. We have crossed 200 something to 250 approx. Business incubators, accelerators are operating with third highest in the world. That means we are now utilizing the resources, and we are trying to try our hands in the field of startups, innovation, and entrepreneurship. State government and central government are pumping almost 310 billion rupees into improving school infrastructure and teaching resources. So they are the encouraging, readiness of India. I told you already that Atal Innovation Mission, we were having entrepreneurship as a subject. In BCom one subject, in engineering one subject. There is no extension, there is no future of entrepreneurship. Only one subject is optional subject. But now, government has very clearly stated that innovation and entrepreneurship is to be taught from school level. Adult tinkering labs or robotics labs or coding labs have been started in the schools. Students are learning robotics, artificial intelligence, Python at the school level only. Adult tinkering lab is helping in tinkering our students and to create the innovation mindset, to create the entrepreneurial mindset among students. This was at the school level. Now coming to college level. When we are moving to college level, currently we are discussing with you in Institute Innovation Council at the college level. So even here at the colleges, we are having the facility of innovation and entrepreneurship and incubation. IIC is supporting students, those who are looking for the innovation, those who are looking for the startups, with the help of different sessions, with the help of different workshops, different pitching sessions, pitching programs, kick-starting programs, entrepreneurial program, boot camps and all. Institutions under the banner of Institute Innovation Council, they are guiding, they are encouraging students to become entrepreneur. That is very good. Even faculties are properly, they are along with the students, they are contributing them a lot. They are contributing as a mentor to support them in their idea. So now we have the ecosystem. My focus is on ecosystem, like how from school to college, and even after that, the institution can have their own incubator. They can start their own incubation facility. So you got the idea at the school level. You are well versed innovator at the school level. You have learned coding. You have learned Python. You have learned artificial intelligence. You have learned robotics. Now you are moving to college, and under the banner of Institute Innovation Council, you are learning innovation. You are learning how to start, how to do startup, what are the social problems, how I can solve the social problem, how I can start my own startup, how I can get funding, how I can get mentorship support from our faculties. So that it means the ecosystem is nurturing you at the college level, and after that you can move with your startup to some of the incubators supported by the government, and even private incubators are there in the country. You can take the space there, you can walk in the co-working space with many other startup companies, many other startup incubators, and you can learn what's going on in the Indian startup ecosystem. So from school to college, and even after college, you have the startup ecosystem. You are having the facility of innovation. So now we are having a full-fledged entrepreneurship development program. Earlier, we were having only one subject as the optional. So my dear faculty colleagues, this is very, very important from the point of view, because it is for the early stage startup, and we are discussing how faculties and students can contribute. It is for faculty and students only. So we are talking about the IIMT group of institutions or IIMT Engineering College. And IIMT Engineering College, this is the three, how you can, the process of ecosystem building in your campus. Because students can have many ideas. So you can have sound startup ecosystem in your organization. How you can do? What are the ways? Or what is the process? The process is you have to educate. What you have to educate? Offer introductory entrepreneurship course. You can run some certificate program. You're having the university also. You can run the certificate program on entrepreneurship at different levels. Like this is for the early stage. You are planning this workshop for the early stage. You can have early stage certification on entrepreneurship. A startup early stage certification. Startup standard level. Startup advanced level. Likewise, you can have your own certificate program to sensitize the entrepreneurship awareness in your campus. So that is introductory courses required. Then you provide supportive staff and facilities. You have to have a dedicated innovation room or innovation area or innovation center where students can sit, they can discuss ideas, they can talk to the faculties. Faculty as a mentor, even if they are having any idea, they can discuss their idea with the students. They can ask them to work on that particular idea and they can convert that idea to a startup. So this is the, this system is required in the country. Yeah, this ecosystem is must to improvise the education system as a startup culture in the country. So you have to support them. And third, teach through role models and success stories. You're having great stories. Even faculties can motivate students through different Panchtantra stories, Singhasan Patishi stories, or stories we have heard when in our childhood. नाना नानी दादा दादी की कहानियां जो होती हैं, वो आपने जो सुना है, उस कहानियों में what was motivation? That also we can, share with the students to create that mindset and to motivate them. So this was the educate level in the campus. Then we are coming to stimulate level. At the stimulate level, what actually you are doing, you are contributing for startup directly. Earlier it was sensitization or awareness program. Our support system was there. It is there. The system is available. But now actually we are contributing in startups and innovation. And what you are providing funding. Even the institute can fund. Your institute can become the equity partner in the student startup. So, and even formation of team. Students are coming up with the idea, but it's the duty of teacher, duty of faculty to select the right person for the team and then groom them properly so that they can run their business, they can run the startup smoothly. So, forming the team is also responsibility of a teacher. Then mechanism for idea validation, you can plan, you can discuss with different mentors or different, people who are working in the field of entrepreneurship and startups, and you can call them as a speakers, you can invite them as a panelist, you can discuss your students' idea in that with the panelists, whether this idea is workable or not. That mechanism of idea validation is required. Then pitching sessions, you can call students from different streams, from mechanicals, from computer science, even from commerce, from management, from IT, from different sectors. You can invite the application, or you can call students. They can come up with their innovation, and you can have the pitching sessions. You can conduct the pitching session with the help of experts, area experts, and actually you are diverting them towards the entrepreneurship and startup ecosystem. Then coming to business plan creation, how to create a great business plan. We can take a session on that. It takes much time actually. I will not focus more on that. But business plan, what in coming 5 years, what is your business plan? How you are planning to expand? How you are planning to add different products in your product line? What will be your packaging strategy? What will be your distribution strategy? What will be your territory related strategy? That is to be addressed by the faculty to the students in the campus under the banner of Institute Innovation Council for creating a valid and worthwhile startup for the country, for the society. And then finally it comes to prototype development. We can develop the prototype after discussing all these things, after proper funding support, after formation of good team, after idea validation, then pitching, then business plan. You can come up with your prototype development. This is a prototype and how it will work, whether it will work or not. You can check the validate, you can validate it. And then this stimulate area is actually, execution level where you are actually innovating. And then we are coming to incubate. And after incubate, acceleration comes. So what support they are looking for at the incubate level, and supports are co-working space. Students with different ideas can sit together in one environment where they can discuss their problems, they can discuss the opportunities, they can discuss things, they can understand what other startups are doing, in the same ecosystem, what different industry startups are doing, what startups with the same idea or in the same sector, how they are doing. So in the co-working, there will be the mindset of doing startups, creating something great for the society. So you have to have one co-working space for the students where innovators can sit together, they can discuss, they can have the chit chat, they can have their idea, discussion, they can have their business plan discussion, and there can be some informal discussion as well. So this facility is required in the institution under the able guidance of faculty in charge of entrepreneurship or faculty in charge of Institute Innovation Council, who can mentor and who can be the handhold, who can take great hold on them and handhold them so that they cannot get demotivated. Co-creation is the great word under the Incubate. When we are walking in the ecosystem, we have to co-create. We are two different, startups, and we are joining hands together. I'll help you, you will help me, and we are jointly working. So this culture will only come when you are providing the co-working space to the students. Then mentoring support. Early stage mentoring, faculty must support their students. But we are facing the problem because we are not looking, we are not the tendency because of this, very, I must say, it is very bad education policy previously we were having. So that innovation mindset was, it was not there. Up to some extent, we were facing so many problems because of that. But mentoring support is needed nowadays. Students are looking for the mentoring support, and the faculty can be a great source of motivation for mentoring support. Networking is very great issue, very great challenge, very great opportunity. You can discuss, meet with different people who have done great job in their startups. You can learn from their mistakes. You can learn from their that winning attitude. You can learn from their attitude. You can learn from their achievements. You can learn from their talks, their way of expressing their ideas. So that networking is also, it is going to boost you and is going to prove you that you can also do better. You can also prove yourself. Then we plan competition, not only in-house. At this level, at the incubation level, earlier at the stimulation level, you were having your internal business plan competition among your own students. But here at the incubate level, you can call students from different organizations also. They can come and present their business ideas in your institution along with your students also. And so that your students will get the idea that how other institutions, how other startups in the same ecosystem are doing. So this is also a type of motivation they will get at the incubate level. Then you can provide the accelerator program, because we are discussing incubation and acceleration. Once the startup is doing great, they have got proper funding, they are ready with done with the prototyping, the product to market launch, product is going great, then they need accelerated fund. They need more fund to expand their business globally and at the wide level and the great level. And so that we need accelerated programs that also you can plan in your organization, and then providing funding for the acceleration. So these are the three, steps or in the process you have to adopt in your campus. You have to educate, you have to create the ecosystem for educate, ecosystem for stimulate, and ecosystem for incubate and accelerate. So this is needed to discuss or to address the ecosystem and address to our students. Then we have how entrepreneurship is evolving in academia and what are the key strategies that one has to keep in mind. We have discussed just now, it is linked with that only. Sensitize youth. It is the duty of teachers to sensitize youth, even parents, because the mindset of parents are to be changed. They are looking after the completion of this 4 years program or 3 years program. I need a job. My ward needs a job. And the duty of institution to provide a job. But that mindset has to be changed. The duty of teacher or mentor to guide them. There is a huge, great opportunity in the field of entrepreneurship, innovation, and startup. So instead of looking for a job, it is better to become your own boss. So even they can try their hands in the field of entrepreneurship, innovation, and startups. And sensitize youth, parents, and teachers. Not only one entrepreneurship teacher. All the teachers can play a vital role as the mentors. I was the entrepreneurship faculty since 2011, and many of my startups, they have done great in the field of entrepreneurship. I have not, I was not expertising all the areas. Even no one is expertising all the area. But I have, guided. I am from the management background, commerce background. I have guided electric vehicle also. I just told you. I have guided some food startups also. Guided some artificial intelligence startups also. Some Internet of Things IoT startups also. Some, people who are working in the green environment startup in the field of smart city and swachhata, clean tech ideas. So we are just there as a support system. We can study and we can guide them, because when we are guiding them, they are understanding that teacher is there to support us. That mindset or that hand holding thing is required. So teacher has to become entrepreneur. Teacher has to because it's our duty to create entrepreneurs in the country. Creating opportunities and risk reward entrepreneurial career. But yes, after this you can start your own venture and you can become the boss. So this you have to promote in the institution. Prepare and inspire young students to venture into entrepreneurial career. Those students, those who have started startups in your organization, now they are doing great in the society. You please quote them. One of our students has started this venture and is doing great. So there is a great opportunity in the field of startups also. Even you can try your hands in the field of entrepreneurship and startups. So they become the case study. You ask them, you call them to have some session, like you have called me for the session here. Instead of calling me, you call some of your students who have started his venture and is now successful startup owner. You call him in the IIC banner. Facilitate loan and private equity investment, I discussed already. Even institution can fund ideas. If idea is good, great, you can fund, you can become the equity partner in the particular startup idea. So it will be the hand holding of the student. They will they will be there for 4 years or 3 years. So you are hand holding them for 3 years. In 3 years, they can do wonders. After that, they can become independent. And you can become the partner. You can become the equity shareholders. If they are doing great, going great, it will be your benefit. So private investment and all these things are available that we have to. Startup fairs and business plan competitions playing very vital role. So to sensitize, you keep planning business plan competitions in your campus. Invite students from different colleges, also different institutions, also different parts of the country, also, so that your wards, your students can understand what else is going on in the startup ecosystem throughout the country or different parts of the country, and how, and after that the new idea will emerge and new idea will come to their mind. Then joint certification is also one very important thing. Along with the startup which is doing great, and it was your startup, your original startups, the student from your institution, he has done some great startup. You can handhold him, you can ask him, we want one joint certification with you, certificate program on electric vehicle charging solution with EV Urja and IIMT group of institutions. So it's a joint certification where branding is also going on, and experts from electric vehicle, they can guide your students. Those students who are looking from green technology or EVs, who want to work in the field of EVs, they can have that certification. For that certification, you can charge also, you can get fund, even you can support your startup also. So that joint certification and research collaboration is also needed. And advocacy for conducive policy on entrepreneurship education, it is a must actually. We need to have very sound entrepreneurship education policy in the country. Then only we can plan or we can have great and sound startup ecosystem in the country. There are few institutions who are doing great, like AICT is doing with the help of IIC, excuse me, MSCDEV is there, All India University, UGC is there, NBA is there. There are other institutions, EDI is also there, Entrepreneurial Development Institute of India. DSC is our Directorate of Science and Technology. Many organizations who are already working hard in the field of entrepreneurship, supporting entrepreneurship. But we need a dedicated university for, entrepreneurship. At least in each state, there should be one, entrepreneurship university, entrepreneurship and innovation university, and then only we can, you can assume a sound startup ecosystem in the country. There are few organizations who are already contributing a lot in the ecosystem. As a support system, there are IITs, IIMs, NITs, institutions of national importance, and other specialized like ADI, I told you, IIC, NISBAT, MSME, TBIs, NSTDB, incubation centers, accelerator centers, NEN, National Entrepreneurship Network, UGC, Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, Ministry of Commerce and Industry Government of India, and many other institutions who are actually contributing a lot in entrepreneurship awareness. And few of them are working on entrepreneurship, actually working on entrepreneurship and creating sound entrepreneurship ecosystem through support system, Atal Innovation Mission and all. So they are the support systems available, and there are a few studies that you can refer through Department of Science and Technology, DST, ICSSR, CSIR, EDI, Kaufman website. You can see there are other areas where you can just go and you can see how startup ecosystem is contributing a lot in Indian ecosystem and how we can be part of it. There are some other research studies through which you can understand the startup culture and startup ecosystem in the country. And there are other some very important things that the networking part is how it is going on, how it is contributing a lot. Social network and women entrepreneurship is also playing very vital role nowadays. We have seen many women who are doing great, who are the CEO and who have been very easily they have attracted huge sum of funding for the startups. Aditi Chaurasia, one of Indore-based startups of Motor Babu and Engineer Babu. The startup name Motor Babu and Engineer Babu. She has 2 crores of funding. She got 2 crores of funding 2 years back. So there is a possibility in women entrepreneurship also. We must promote women entrepreneurship, and there are policies available and few more implementation is required in some of the policies, like the new policies formulated or student startup policy for university, policy for student startup funding, it's there, policy for procurement from student entrepreneurs, micro enterprise creation and hand-holding policy, policy to revive indigenous businesses, AICT startup policy as an implementation phase, Mudra is there, Atal Innovation Mission, I told you, Startup India plan is there, Stand Up India plan is there, Make in India is there, Swachh Bharat is there, Smart City is there, plan to revive tourism corridor is also there. There are different initiatives, and it is up to the student that how they are choosing the startup in which area they want to work. And faculties, how faculty and student they can join hands together on some of the problem. Like here we have seen Indore is known for the Swachhata. I am the brand ambassador of Swachh Indore. So I have discussed the thing with some of my students how we can contribute in Swachhata. They have come up with the clean tech idea that how we can clean the roads, and how with the help of robotics they have designed the prototype one machine that how it is going to clean every corner of the corner side of the road. So this is the innovation actually. And when it is coming to the cleaning part of the river, Khan River, again the students come with the idea, engineering students come with the idea how we can contribute in cleaning the this Khan River, and how they have come up with the project and they have implemented. Now the Khan River is doing great. So actually we have to involve students, involve faculties. Involvement of faculties must as a mentor, and even as they can become the entrepreneur also. And not only that, they can contribute a lot in the field of entrepreneurship through their projects, like teachers when they have done their projects in the college level or in their university, in their PhDs or MTech. So they can, implement those projects with the help of students. They can execute it, and they can see how viable it is. So in entrepreneurship, you have to get involved, you have to initiate. We have seen the video how that kid has initiated and he became the hero. It was not his cup of tea, but he has taken the initiative and he became the hero. So initiative is more important, and acceleration programs, one, the incubation program support you have got in your institution or some of the government, support system, and now you want to accelerate, you want to become Zomato, you want to become Mintra, you want to become Paytm Mall, you want to become any other, Flipkart and Amazon and all these. For that, you need to have the acceleration support from the government or from any of the venture capitalists or people who are there to fund great ideas. Fund is not a problem. There's a problem of idea. Even idea is not a problem. There's a problem of initiative and execution that we have to address, that we have to understand. So with these words, I would like to thank all the organizers. And if you have any queries, you can write to me, specific queries. And if you have any query, you can ask right now also. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Puneet. We have focused so many things within the system or within this session, but there are a lot of queries regarding one of your statement that how to go through a very good business plan. So I am having a lot of queries, approximately 20 to 25 queries from the student end. Sir, kindly arrange one more session to create how to go through a good and effective business plan. So definitely I will bother you once again, because within this time frame,
Anytime.
it was not possible. A lot of thanks for your kind support.
Thank you, sir.
This much love from the students. Even few of my faculty members, they are keen interested to. Even few of the faculty members have started their startups, and few more are interested. They are also asking about this particular issue. Definitely, I will give you one more call to go through this. Now, I would like to request Dr. Kesri for the vote of thanks, please.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. What a wonderful session. I personally have learned a lot in the field of startup, incubation, and entrepreneurship. Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot. So thank you, sir. It's my pleasure to give vote of thanks, not only to our honorable speaker of the day, Dr. Puneet Kumar Trivedi, sir, but I'd like to give my sincere thanks to entire team who is involved in the session. My sincere thanks to Dr. Trivedi, sir, who has spent his valuable time from his busy schedule, as well as sharing his experience on the topic Accelerator Incubation Opportunity for Student and Faculty Early Stage Entrepreneurs. Other than this, I'd like to thank our Director Engineering, Dr. Gaurav Sinha, sir, Head R&D, IIC President, Dr. Sanjay Pachauri, sir. Other than this, there is a long list in the name to whom I have to convey my sincere thanks, like entire R&D team, web team, and the person who never come and dies, but they are always behind the curtain. Thank you all. By these warm words, I'd like to take permission from the dignitary. Once again, thanks a lot. Thank you, sir.